Hi, hello, welcome. Let's get cozy and let's talk about books. Today I have a very exciting video for you guys that I have been waiting to do for a long time, reading new releases for a week. All of these books came out in the second half of this year. I just didn't get around to reading them yet. And there's no world where I don't start with the most anticipated read of the entire year for me, which is none other than Fearful by Lauren Roberts. I'm gonna talk about every single other one, obviously, when the time comes, but let's just take a second for this book right here. This series has single-handedly got me back into reading almost 2 years ago. I have always loved reading and I was always a reader, but I wasn't reading as much as I would have liked to. And then sometime 2 years ago, I discovered Book Talk and BookTube, and everybody was talking about Powerless, the first book in this series. And I was like, let me just download it as an ebook and give it a chance. And there was simply just no going back. Here we are today. Everything about this got here, and when she announced the last novella, I was so excited because the first novella in the series, Powerful, is my favorite book in the entire series. That novella changed my life. It changed my, I think about it too often. It's highly recommend. In this book, we are following some characters that I can't tell you anything about because this is the last book in the series. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but I am very excited for it. I got this beautiful edition that I'm gonna show you. So I have on my reversible dust jacket, but the book that you find it in bookstores is this. It's this white cover. Gorgeous. And this and that's not all. What? It says, "This soul is foolish enough to hope." So excited. I hope I didn't put makeup on it just now. Okay. And this is like the colorful map in the front and the back. Another map, and then another map. This book was worth every single fucking penny. But yeah, this is the first book that we're gonna read together in this vlog. Let me just quickly go and pick up the annotation supplies. I have my little basket with annotation supplies with like markers and tabs and all of it. And I picked out obviously the pink highlighter, and I didn't pick out a lot of tabs because this is a shorter book. It's a novella. So I picked this really light pink for like plot line, beautiful quotes, because if this woman is going to guarantee you something, is that she will use beautiful quotes that will shatter your soul. And I have the green for romantic moments because I think it's going to be a romance. I actually don't know, but I am so excited. Let's get into it together. I'm gonna update you when I get more into it. Well, when I get into it. And let's get to reading. Okay, so I'm halfway through and I thought it was a perfect time to give you an update because things just started getting even more interesting than they already were. Whoever said this could have been an email, I beg to differ. This is actually really interesting, and the main female character, yeah, she's hot. This entire book follows the villains from the original story. It was a little bit hard to get into it at first. The prologue and maybe like the first chapter before you figured out what was happening actually, and she had so many metaphors and such beautiful descriptions. Like, look at, I basically annotated the entire page is just so good. Like, the writing is amazing, and whoever said Lauren Roberts cannot write or is a bad writer, sir, read this book. You must be silenced. Upon further investigation, I have figured out that this book you can read in tandem with Fearless because they're intertwined, and I think she has a guide on her Instagram when to switch. However, I don't think I would recommend. I think the nicest part about Fearless is that you get to find out all of the plot twists at the end and your mind will be blown, but this will spoil things. If you read this in tandem, it's not gonna hit the same, so I don't really recommend it, but who am I to tell you? I'm so excited to read more about her, and it's really interesting because her narration is in third POV, but she has like these parentheses with extra commentary that makes it feel more personal to her and shows her personality more. And this really reminded me of Daisy Hates. With Daisy, you have her like, you have the narration, and then at the end she has footnotes with little commentary, and that's what this is reminding me of. She doesn't have footnotes, she has parentheses. But I love her. She's my favorite in this whole book, and I'm just now starting to find out more things, and I'm really super interested in learning more about her and the main male character, even more intricacies and plot twists and Easter eggs and everything. And also, I have to prepare myself for an incomplete story. She said you'll have a lot of questions when you finish this because she plans on writing more in this universe. So I have to prepare myself for that so that I don't get disappointed. But so far so good. I'm really loving it. I want to get back to it. I'll see you when I finish it. I finished this book last night and I have one question and one question alone. What the fuck was that ending? I adored every single second of this book besides the like 20 pages. I wanted more. I mean, the first 250 pages of this book, not only did I eat up, but they were giving 5-star, 6-star, God tier behavior. I'm never gonna shut up about this. But then the last 20 pages just, they took a left turn and then it was all gone. And now I'm so unsatisfied. And even though she's in the habit of leaving me with a lot of questions at the end of every single one of her books, she's done that. This is the only one that I'm like, no, what? With all of that being said, call me intrigued for her next series because I know she publicly said that she is going to keep writing in this universe. Sign me up for anything else this woman writes because I really do adore her. I read this in under 12 hours. A round of applause, thank you very much. I do highly recommend this. It was a very enjoyable experience. I'm obsessed with this woman. Loved everything about her. I was really intrigued with these two and I was very happy that we got their story. It was very cute. I'm just a little bit unsatisfied. But this concludes the Powerless series and I can now rank all of them. This is my least favorite. I'm sorry. This is a 4-star. This is the only book in the series that I didn't rate 5 stars. And that means I still loved it, just not as much as the rest of the series. And then I think number 4 will be Fearless, then Powerless, the first book, then Reckless, unpopular opinion, I adored that book. And then number 1, my forever favorite, Powerful. I don't know what that woman put in that novella, but it changed my brain chemistry. It is what it is, but it's time to put this down and pick up the second book that we're gonna read in this reading vlog, Love Arranged. We have another Lauren, and we have another book that concludes a series. This is the last book in the Lakefront Billionaire series, and let me just tell you, everybody was putting these books so high up in the sky that when I picked up Love Rearranged, but mostly Love Unwritten, I expected gold. And did I receive gold? In my humble opinion, no. I still liked her books. I liked every single one of her books besides the second book in the Dreamland Billionaires. We don't talk about her. We don't talk about her. I do like her as an author. I think she's very aware, and I really do like how fast-paced her brick of books are. Like, this is actually really easy to go through, which I'm very excited about, don't get me wrong, but they aren't 5-star material to me. With the other books, I was expecting greatness, and I was disappointed, but with this one, I don't expect greatness. I expect goodness, and that's all I have to offer right now. Let's start reading this book together. I just came home from a solo bookish date. I was at a book cafe, I was listening to some autumnal music, sipping some tea, reading my book, and I highly recommend you do the same. Grab a book, go to a cafe. If there are books around you, it's even better. Nothing beats it. And now I'm actually on page 200 out of 500. You do the math. And I thought it was time to actually tell you what this book is about, because I haven't so far. I'm gonna try my best. Let's go. We are following Lily, who is the sister of Dahlia, the FMC from book 1. She owns a flower shop in the small town of Lake Wisteria. And she used to have a very loud personality. She used to wear very colorful clothes, and everybody loves her, and she's kind of like the people's princess. And you know, when you have a very loud personality and you start dating, men kind of feel overpowered by your personality, and they bully you into being less. And she's now a little bit more skeptical to date and to go out with men, and she's kind of rediscovering herself. And the main male character is Lorenzo, a Italian millionaire who is running for mayor in the small town, and he is a very misunderstood character. Everybody misjudges his personality just because they know some things about his family. Doesn't mean it applies to him as well. And the way that they get together is they start fake dating because they think that more people are gonna start voting for him as mayor if he's dating Lily, as I said, the people's princess. And she also needs him to win because she doesn't want the other candidate to win. I'm not going to say more about that, but that's how they get together. And out of all of the books in the series so far, I think I'm enjoying this the most. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm really enjoying this. And I don't know if it's because I can kind of sort of relate to Lily just a little bit. It's not worth it to change your personality for a guy. I mean, if you're ever gonna do that, please, for the love of everything that's good in this world, don't do it for a guy. I said what I said. Anyway, so far so good. It's a very small town plot vibe, but I'm really enjoying it. Considering that I'm on page 200 and the plot has just started, I can confidently say that this is a page turner. It's really easy to read. It's not slumpy, and it's very bingeable. And that's what I want to do right now. I just want to sit and binge this book, and let's do it together. I'll see you when I see you. Probably when I'm done. I finished this book last night, and you might be thinking, is this the next day? Oh no, babe. No, it's the next week. For some reason, I just didn't want to pick this book up for a week. Like, I completely binged the first half of this book in one day, and then completely binged the other half of the book last night. So I think it's very easy to read and very bingeable. I just didn't necessarily want to be in here. I don't know why that is. I really did like the couple, and I think this is my favorite book in the series. I don't know. I think I'm craving something different right now. I feel like I've been reading small town romances and like cutesy rom-com books for too long now. Like I feel like I need some emotional devastation. I need a factory reset, you know what I mean? And also this didn't really feel like a series to me. The characters didn't come together at the end. Like one of the characters in the series, she wasn't in here. This definitely felt like a standalone when I was looking for a end of a series sort of situation. I don't know. I liked it, and it's the highest rating out of all of them. This is a 4.25 for me. I really liked their romance, and I really liked how they grew together, and they both brought something to the relationship, and they both enabled each other to be better by being together. And I really liked their romance. I just think I need something else right now. I guess I could rank the series now that I'm done. I think this is my favorite, and then Love Redesigned, and then my least favorite was Love Unwritten, because also I think I had the highest of expectations, and the book didn't meet my expectations, you know? But I really do like this world, and I do recommend it, and I actually did like this book. I just think it's not what I needed right now. Insert my next read, and I am finally picking up Jessa Hastings' new book. Guys, this book came out mid-July when I was on holiday in Greece, and I couldn't pick it up in Greece. After Greece, I went back home. I couldn't find it anywhere at home, so I had to wait to come back to Amsterdam to get this book finally. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna film a new releases vlog anyway. Let me just document it, you know? Like I have every single one of her books vlogged on my TikTok anyway, so let me just have this in the vlog as well. And that's because she's one of my, no, scratch that. She's my favorite author of all time, period. Like the way that this woman writes, nobody will. The way that this woman makes me feel, nobody can. And I am so excited to be back in her unit. I don't even care what this book is about. She could literally talk about trees and the sky and rain and London and whatever for 300 pages, and I will eat them up. I will eat them up. I picked out these tabs. I have like some blues for romantic moments and some whitey, pinkish, yellowish, as close to white as I could find. Tabs for beautiful writing, just beautiful quotes that speak to me. I couldn't find a lot in the same color, but I know that I'm gonna need a lot of tabs in general, because I bet you every single page in this book will be tabbed. I am so excited. I have no idea what this book is about. I mean, scratch that. I do know a little bit. I think she's a model, and I think he's in a band, and I think their relationship is going to be toxic. That's all I know. That's literally all I know. Let's pick up our tabs. Let's pick up our book. Let's pick up our blue highlighter, and let's get to reading. I'm so excited. Oh my god. If we want to go first impression, like page 20 impressions, I don't like him. I feel like he's a walking red flag with what he said so far. Sorry, bro. Get a life. Get a brain. Stop drinking and doing drugs, you know? Yeah. Okay, I'm almost halfway through. Now that I'm more deeply into it, I feel more attached to the characters, and I feel like I have something to say. I will say in the beginning, I really disliked the main male character. Like, if the FMC could have asked me for one piece of advice, I would have said, run in the opposite direction. But now that we get more into it, I'm kind of more attached to him and their relationship, and I find more about their past and their context and why they are the way that they are. I guess I could tell you what this book is about. We are following Isolde Fanshawe. She's a really, really popular model. We're in the 90s and she's like one of the biggest names out there. And Joa Harrigan, who is the lead singer to one of the biggest bands at the time. They meet one night in a club, love at first sight, and they get together and you kind of follow them through their lives. It's very similar to Magnolia Parks in that sense where I can't tell you what the plot is because there's not really a plot. You just follow them around being very interesting, rich, and toxic people. So in that context, it's very similar to Magnolia, but I think it's meant to be similar to Magnolia because, first of all, we're in the 90s and this is prior to Magnolia Parks, but we do have at least one interconnectedness, I think, that I've noticed so far. Do you remember in Daisy Hates, one of Julian's bodyguards is called Kekoa. Isolde's bodyguard is also called Kekoa. So is it the same person or is it not? That was an Easter egg. And also, she says that Isolde is the daughter of a very, very famous model that actually exists. She was the first black model to have her face on British Vogue in 1966. And I Googled this woman and she looks exactly like this. I'm not saying this is meant to be real, but I'm saying that we are building on this foundation of really, really popular models, really powerful names in the Black community, especially in the modeling world and the fashion world. And Magnolia is also a biracial, rich woman into modeling and fashion. So I think it's kind of intentional for Isolde to kind of be like a role model for Magnolia. They are very, very similar. It's nice that she writes all of these books in the same universe. And this is supposed to be a series. This is supposed to be the first book in the series because it says to be continued in part 2. Time of your life, probably never. Probably never as in you're probably never gonna put it out. I don't know. They say that everyone knows our music. We are talking about Joa's band, right? Everyone knows our music. Like everyone. I mean, fuck me. Probably Never is literally the fastest selling debut album in the history of British music. Maybe the second book will come. That's all my updates. I'm really enjoying this. This is a page turner. Like I'm actually very invested now and I really want to know what's happening. I'll keep you posted. Okay, I'm done. It's time for final thoughts, I guess. Well, the entirety of this book, I tried to defend it and say it's not like BJ and Magnolia, that it's different until the final plot twist sort of situation when shit went south, and the book ends very similarly to the first book in Magnolia Parks, and that makes me so sad because I didn't want to read another version of Magnolia. I'm not cheering for them. I don't want them to be together. Genuinely, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I did love the nickname Trouble. He calls her Trouble, and that was cute. That gave me major Julian Hates vibes, and I do love me some Julian Hates. Is definitely my least favorite Jessa Hastings book so far. And you know what? She says it in the dedication and she said it online. She wrote this book for herself to just prove herself that she still has got it, and she has got it, but I don't think it was meant for the world. Did I like it? Yes. Did I enjoy my experience reading it? Absolutely. Do I recommend it? If you read a lot of books read this one as well because it's an enjoyable experience. If you read like one book a year, maybe pick The Conditions of Will, you know, maybe pick Magnolia Parks instead or something, you know. Well, Conditions of Will, because if you only read one book, that's a standalone, and that's arguably her best work. But anyway, I still think this is a 4.5 star for me. Like, I genuinely enjoyed every single second of it. I didn't want to put it down. I read it in 2 sittings in 2 days. That was it for today's vlog. We've read 3 quite good books. None of them scratched my itch for a 5-star read, and I really did think that I would have at least one 5-star read. So that's a bit sad, but they were still really great books. We read Fearful by Lauren Roberts, and that was the last novella in the Powerless trilogy. Love Arranged by Lauren Asher, and that was the last book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. And we've read Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings, the first book in the Time of Your Life series. I don't know, question mark, whatever. I definitely enjoyed my time reading them. I'm so excited for what comes next. Oh my god, next week's, I think, video is gonna be so exciting. I'm gonna start filming it tomorrow, so make sure you're staying tuned for that. I hope the book that you're reading is the best book you've ever read, a floppy 5-star. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll leave you to reading.